A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. Copenhagen, Denmark. In a significant diplomatic move, Denmark summoned the U.S. charge d'affaires on August 27, 2025, following alarming reports of attempted interference by U.S. officials in Greenland, a Danish autonomous territory. This incident has raised eyebrows and sparked outrage amid ongoing discussions about Greenland's future and its relationship with both Denmark and the United States. The backdrop of this situation dates back to when U.S. President Donald Trump expressed interest in acquiring Greenland, citing its strategic location and resource-rich environment as essential for U.S. security. Since returning to the White House in January, Trump has made it clear that he views Greenland as a vital asset and has not ruled out the possibility of using force to secure it. Reports from Danish public television network DR indicate that at least 3 U.S. officials close to Trump have been spotted in Nuuk, the capital of Greenland, attempting to identify individuals who could support anti-Denmark influence campaigns. This has alarmed Danish officials, leading Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen to issue a statement condemning any foreign interference in the internal affairs of the kingdom. Any attempt to interfere in the internal affairs of the kingdom will of course be unacceptable, he stated, emphasizing Denmark's commitment to maintaining its sovereignty over Greenland. The sentiment among Greenland's population, which numbers around 57,000, is largely in favor of independence from Denmark, as suggested by a January poll. However, there is a clear reluctance to become part of the United States. Both Denmark and Greenland have consistently asserted that the Arctic island is not for sale and that its future will be determined by its people. Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen took the matter seriously, expressing concern over the U.S. response to the reports. I note that the Americans have not clearly rejected the DR report today, and that is of course serious, she told Danish television, indicating the gravity of the situation. The Wall Street Journal previously reported that U.S. intelligence agencies had been tasked with investigating Greenland's independence movement and gauging opinions on American resource exploitation in the region. This has further fueled tensions, with Frederiksen stating, "You cannot spy against an ally," in response to the reports of U.S. surveillance. The historical context complicates matters, as Denmark has a checkered past regarding its treatment of the Inuit population in Greenland. Reports indicate that Denmark forcibly removed Inuit children from their families and implemented forced contraception on a significant number of Inuit women between the 1960s and 1992. In a poignant moment, Frederiksen publicly apologized to the 4,500 Inuit women affected by these policies, stating, "We cannot change what has happened, but we can take responsibility. Therefore, on behalf of Denmark, I would like to say, I am sorry." U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance's uninvited visit to Greenland in March further escalated tensions, as it was perceived as a provocation both in Greenland and Copenhagen. Initially scheduled to tour several towns, Vance curtailed his visit to the U.S. Patuxent military base following backlash across Europe. During his speech there, he criticized Denmark for allegedly neglecting the people of Greenland and their security needs, a claim that did not sit well with Danish officials. The Patuxent base holds strategic importance for the U.S., serving as a critical component of Washington's missile defense infrastructure, strategically positioned on the shortest route for missiles fired from Russia. As the Arctic continues to gain geopolitical significance due to climate change and the race for rare earth resources, Denmark has responded by announcing a $2 billion investment to bolster its military presence in the region. As Greenland approaches its general election on March 11th, concerns about potential foreign interference, particularly from Russia, have been voiced by Denmark's intelligence service. While no specific attempts have been detected, the atmosphere remains charged with uncertainty. In summary, the unfolding events surrounding Greenland's status and the U.S.'s involvement have sparked a diplomatic crisis, with Denmark firmly asserting its sovereignty and the right to self-determination for Greenland. The international community watches closely as this complex situation continues to evolve, highlighting the delicate balance of power and influence in the Arctic region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.